to jump now to a few online dating pointers. And the first thing I want to talk about is the username, because that's often overlooked. I like to think of the username more as an executive summary than something just to brush past. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're writing a big document, article, whatever. The executive summary comes right at the top, and it kind of tells you on a high level what you need to know. Well, the online dating username does that, and some people just do it so quickly they'll do like Erica123. Well, first of all, you don't need anyone knowing your real name on the online dating site, first of all. And second, I already said first of all, now that's 3 times. Second is boring. So I have a few examples here. Henry 90210, or the username, the quote username 283017390. Or Blue-Eyed Writer. Oh, that's nice. Or Nat's Fan from AK, which is Alaska. If I gave you these 4 online dating usernames, all made up, of course, whose profile do you think you'd click on first? I would venture to say, solely based on the username, that you'd probably pick the Blue-Eyed Writer of a Nats Fan from Alaska before you'd pick Henry or 283017390. Like I just said, I encourage you to instead think of it more as an executive summary. It's one additional chance to share an extra tidbit about yourself in online dating land. Using a computer-generated number or just your first name and some numbers after it is analogous to showing up for a job interview and dressing like everybody else with your black suit, your white shirt, all of that. Just the same. So instead, have fun. Think of a clever username. Think of it as like a cute, I don't know, flair. Maybe it's like a purple tie or, a polka dotted scarf. Whatever it is, the username should really set you apart. So as another example, let's say you're in a bookstore and there was a book called The Scientific Answers to Your Most Common Questions. I think I just fell asleep. Oh, that's boring. I think I just fell asleep while I was reading the name of that title. I would not buy that book. Now, what if instead the title was, Why Do Men Have Nipples? Hundreds of questions you'd only ask a doctor after your 3rd martini. Perhaps some of us, out of sheer embarrassment, would opt for the first choice. But I'm guessing that most of us would at least be intrigued by the scandalous title of the second choice, and then probably just go home and buy it online. For the record, this is a real book. I own it. Don't judge. Okay, back to usernames. So when dating online, one objective is to catch someone's attention quickly. There's so many options out there, so it's important to take every opportunity to differentiate yourself. As an exercise, think of 2 or 3 words that really define you. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, really whatever. Then try stringing them together into a username. Like I said, I'd much rather date a Nats Fan from Alaska than a 283017390. The first username has me curious. When did this person move from Alaska? And why would he then become a Nationals fan? The Nats are good. That's true. I've learned a lot about this Nats fan from Alaska in a mere 13 characters. If anything, your potential match knows that you put in a little extra time and effort into the process to come up with something creative, even if it only took a minute. Let's also try to avoid negative things like just got dumped or like lonely man here. Not exactly a turn on. So before you take the leap and post your username, please make sure it doesn't have any undesired meanings that you didn't intend. For example, I don't know that I should read these. If you're from Virginia but cheer for the New York football team, you might want to stay away from something. It reads like VA, like Virginia Giants fan, but when you spell it all out, it looks like it could be misconstrued as like Vag fan. Anyway, along those lines, if you're from Alabama, definitely avoid things like an AL fan because ANAL. Yeah. Okay. Or how about Button Girl who collects, brooches. Anyway, that could sound like a body part. it happened to a poor woman on J-Date. And sometimes I'm a little naive and I have to look things up in Urban Dictionary when I don't know what they mean, which is a little embarrassing. But she's a vegetarian and she really likes green leafy vegetables, whatever. So she made her username Toss Salad. No big deal. Well, when she started getting emails from men being like, is your butt open for business? She was like, I bet this has an unintended meaning. Anyway, I had to look it up myself because, like I said, sometimes I don't know things either. But the point is, it didn't have her desired outcome, so she promptly changed that. That's all I need to say about that one.